What's going on, Wacky Cat, with another video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like my videos. Look, I'm going to be talking about WWE 2K24 versus WWE 2K19. 2K19. As far as the AI, the artificial intelligence, which one I think is smarter, which one I think is better, or are they about the same? So here we have 2K24. The demonstration is about to begin. Now this is spectate mode. This is AI versus AI, the computer. I'm just strictly going off the artificial intelligence. How smart is it? Is it aware? Is it better? Is it quicker? Are the matches better? Which matches are better? Now for the most part, I'm going to go off the straight off the bat and say 2K24 is more dedicated to AI versus AI, meaning computer versus computer, because they have spectate mode, the first ever spectate mode where you can control the camera angles, where you can go out and I mean it's so many different camera angles. It's really the first time I really seen 2K really give the AI versus AI people a new mode. This is huge. This is probably the most underrated, underappreciated thing they have done for us, as far as the guys that like to see the computer face each other. So we have to give them some credit there, because I honestly thought for years that they don't really, I mean, the option was always there, but I'm like, do they really care about AI versus AI, people that watch the computer? A lot of people don't watch the computer, but a lot of people do. But apparently they do. So we have to give them a round of applause for 2K24. So first, let's get it started here with this spectate mode. The computer versus the computer. Drew McIntyre versus The Rock. I'm not going to be talking too much during this match, but I'm going to be pointing out different things. So here we go. Now I'm not playing this live. This is a pre-recorded video that I recorded on my capture card. And them capture cards, man, I had to get the OG caption card out because the new caption cards was giving me trouble. So, I don't know.
And in sports entertainment, The Rock set for action here tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like we're about to see some boots to asses here in this one, Cole. The Great One is here to remind everyone.
Another upgrade 2K24 has over 2K19. The referee over here, it has a smarter referee. And listen, I'm not picking a side. I'm just pointing out the advancements. I really can't tell yet, but I'm going to give you my opinion after the video, but I'm being neutral. The referee there, you know, he counts slower, he counts faster sometimes. Special guest referees in this game, obviously. But at times, though, on the flip side, at times 2K24, the referee is kind of standing in the background. He's just like watching the match. I would like, and it doesn't happen all the time, but I would like the referee to kind of move around close to the action, and he's just standing like a statue. Now, when, you know, that kind of weird. I think they did that to kind of have the referee more in the background, because I think at times the referee in previous games have gotten in the way, too close to the guy. Sometimes the referee in previous games, previous 2K games, have been going back and forth, look like they're glitching up. So I guess they're trying to, I don't know, he's ready for the count. I don't know, I guess, in my opinion, all this is my opinion, I think they want the referee to kind of stay in the background, but at the same time, you do want the referee kind of to make it realistic. Realism, that's what I'm looking for. Realism.
Thrilled with the beating he's putting on.
Powerball! I felt the vibration of that one from all the way over here.
Watch this power. Way up and down hard.
Drew flexing his muscle as he attempts to rally the troops.
Just mounted with punches and a stop to the gut, too.
Neckbreaker. Goes into the pin. 2. And he powers out.
He thought he had it. The Scottish Warrior staring.
Another thing that the AI has done in 2K24, if you have special guest referee, the AI is basically, if they're allies with the guy that the other guy is facing, if they're allies, then they're going to favor their friend. So in a technical sense, I will have to say that 2K24 is technically more smarter than 2K19. Now, another thing though, the blood is great in 2K24, but the blood was great in 2K19 because the blood in 2K19, if y'all guys can remember, it's like it got all over your face, it got on your chest. The blood elements, the physics of the blood, it makes more sense in 2K24 because the longer you fight the guy, the more blood will come out. But you can say that with 2K19, but 2K19, the blood was way more visible. Like it was over the top. Like sometimes the guy's face would be blood everywhere. Here, they're trying to make it more realistic. Well, blood is on his face, so because he maybe got hit in the face. I think blood be dripping on the mat, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I'm getting good. I can't remember. Was blood dripping on the mat? I think 2K24 blood drips on the mat.
Up there. McIntyre now with an unrelenting attack. Scary to.
Now I want to point this out. You see the count out. 2K24, the AI is smarter, but it's more, I don't know how to say this. Okay, let me rewind this a little bit right back here. When they get out of the ring, and this is what 2K19 didn't do to me. This is from my observation. It looks like that in 2K24, the opponent is trying to win by any means necessary. You might have heard me say this in previous videos. So Drew McIntyre is trying to go and win the match by countout. Most of the time, a lot of the time. In 2K19, a lot of the times the opponent will want to put the other guy back in the ring. They don't want to get count out. But when the count get closer to 10, then the wrestler will go back in the ring. In 2K19. With 2K24, it's like they try to get counted out early. So they'll leave you down there for a while outside the ring and get back in the ring and then just wait for the count. But sometimes a lot of times they do go back out to get you. But sometimes they have trouble putting you back into the ring with 2K24. So I have to give that advancement to 2K19 outside the ring.
Oh.
All right, the fatigue is back in 2K24 more than previous games. You saw that, that's good, and I like that as realism. When I'm talking about the AI here, I'm talking about I like the realism. You saw The Rock. If I can't find it, I'm not going back. Well, you saw the rock bottom, or the move he put on him, whatever move he put on. I think it was the rock bottom. And they're on the ground longer. Okay, I want to show this little part right here. And this is where I give 2K19 the edge here. See Drew McIntyre? Okay. Drew McIntyre, I kind of went forward too far. But you're going to see basically Drew McIntyre wins the match. But I want to show you something. See this? It looked like Drew McIntyre is a little bit confused. I don't know, going back and forth. You get that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes where the superstar either stands still for a little while, like confused. I don't know if or they keep going back and forth sometimes. It rarely happens, but I've seen it on 2K24. But I'm about to show 2K19 in a few seconds. I'm about to switch over to 2K19 and we're gonna see a little bit what's the difference here. But before we get to that, we're going to show you the super advancements that they made in 2K23 that's in 2K24 that 2K19 did not have. Here I'm going to show you the tendency sliders, which literally is a game changer. And the more games, 2K games we get, we're going to see more and more advancements down the line with this element. This is meant to, I believe, meant to make the superstars more realistic to the real deal. And I just went to the attributes. AI tendency sliders. Each superstar, each wrestler has a different combination of how much do they do this, how much they do that. And it gives each superstar their uniqueness. Now with 2K19, it did not have this. I don't know if it was built in. It could have been built in to each superstar with 2K19. But with 2K24, you can go in and customize each one. But this is kind of an early transition to this. We got it in 2K23 and we got it in 2K24, and I don't think a lot of people really understand it or appreciate it, but I think they will when 2K25, maybe 2K26, 2K27 is going to be more enhanced. People are going to appreciate it more. It's going to stand out more, because I noticed that on a lot of wrestlers that it's not the way the default setting on a lot of these superstars are not too crazy. See what I'm saying? Like with AJ Styles here, AI combo tendency 83. Like it's each option, each customization, each different element at AI heavy strike is like close to 50-50. You see what I'm saying? Like it's no really that, and I notice a lot of superstar, because and the reason I feel that they doing it like this is because I guess they playing it safe. It's kind of new. This is kind of new, so you want to play it safe at first. Then when we get to the new transition, and they're letting you customize it too. So how often does he do this? How often does he go outside the ring? How often he get on the top rope? Which was a problem. The top rope problem was a big problem in 2K22, in my opinion. The wrestlers kept getting on the top rope. All right, here goes the OG 2K19. The first thing we can all remember about 2K19, we was playing it for years because 2K20 came out, and a lot of us just continued to play 2K19 because 2K20, the physics was off. The first thing off 2K19 off bat is the brightness of the menu screen. When this menu screen came on, you had to put sunshades on. If you were sleepy, it woke you up. Look how bright that screen is. I mean, it lit. This is hands down the brightest WWE menu screen of all time. It could be one of the brightest video game screens of all time. We need to do a Guinness World Book of Record of how bright this screen was. I mean, this was I ain't gonna say ridiculous, but it woke you up. Okay, this is AI versus AI with 2K19 here. We're going to be looking at the elements. This game still holds up today. It's still, in many of us' eyes, one of the best 2K games. But then, you know, other people like other 2K games too. Okay. Let's just speed it up here. It's really held up with the graphics. Look at the graphics. It's beautiful. It still looks beautiful. But you can tell that 2K24 graphics are slightly better, slightly advanced, slightly more realistic. But you notice the referee. Let's pause it right here. Let's pause it right here. Now, this could be subjective. This could be on a match-by-match basis. But let's go back. I'm not going to go back too far. How this referee was. He was just standing there. But then again, this is a match. But I don't know if it depends on each match or what exactly are you doing in each match. But with 2K19, the referee is moving around. Now, but he is around that corner right there. But it seems like he's moving a little bit more around. He's moving around more in 2K19. Now, he is standing around here and there. Is that a big deal? No, it's not a big deal. Do we pay attention to it? No, really. But it makes it. I'm going by realism. Another thing with 2K19 is that it was so smooth. Like the AI, the computer rarely like got confused or got stuck. Like how I was showing you earlier with Drew McIntyre going back and forth, like he was confused. Let's go back right quick. Like right here, you see this? I don't know what's that about. Or maybe he got stuck in that little corner. But that rarely happened. I don't think it ever happened. It might have happened in 2K19, but I never seen it happen in 2K19 where they get confused. I like the panning of the screen. I like the way the referee is backing up the superstar. Now, I think 2K24 does the same thing, but it's like, I don't know, it's like it was more action, more panning of the screen, more. See, it was like, and this is all my opinion. I could be completely wrong. It's like when they did stand still, it was like they had an animation. See, like that, like he briefly stood still for a second, but he turned around and then went, did the move. It like I said, smooth. Look, he adjusting his shoulder, like he just didn't stand still, like looking crazy. He was like, moving his shoulder a little bit. It wasn't an awkward silence, an awkward gesture in 2K19.
While it doesn't have the legacy of Raw and SmackDown, WWE Jacked is the only WWE program you've seen AJ Styles on before 2016. What a
Again, this is AI versus AI, but speaking of player versus AI, a lot of people like the the layout of the controls of 2K19, the physics, the system that it had.
And a kick out, not even close on that.
The Hitman staying alive in this match. So resilient.
I don't know if I said this before, but this video is a pre-recorded video. I'm not playing the game live. I preloaded it on my capture card, and now I'm just reviewing it after the fact.
Brett quickly gets the shoulder up. It's going to take more than that.
The Hitman looking a bit fatigued.
But going back to 2K24, and this is 2K19. If y'all, you know, because I don't really got no labels to show which one is which. This is 2K19. But with 2K24, there is more customization. The balancing, the different advanced sliders, there's way more advanced sliders. There's way more, like I showed you, the AI. So it's more customization with 2K24, which is better, which was needed, which was an advancement. So technically, in a technical term, 2K24 is smarter, but does it come with a price of being so smart that the AI at times deliberately wants to get kicked out in 2K24? Sometimes, in my opinion, is it so smart sometimes that it gets confused and it's thinking about what to do next because it's so smart, and it be awkwardly standing still, awkwardly going back and forth because the AI is trying to computilate, whatever you want to call it, what to do next. Does it hurt or help it? Visually, I think it kind of slightly hurts it, but technically, I do like the AI smarter in my game with 2K24. But with 2K19 here, they didn't have all that customization. It was kind of simple. It was advanced, but way more simple for the time that it was out. But visually, it was more smoother. Less was more.
If history's shown us anything when it comes to Bret Hart, it's...
As this match keeps going, I'm thinking about how long the matches are. Now, this is one big advantage that I give 2K24 over 2K19, going back to the customizations of the advanced sliders. A lot of us are still trying to learn the advanced sliders, what to put them on, how to figure them out, because the advanced sliders made its debut in 2K23 and it's back in 2K24. The advanced sliders, because one time I was messing around with them, and this is a game changer that 2K24 has done. The advanced sliders, and this is not even just with AI versus AI, this was player versus AI, player versus player. The advanced sliders have made the possibility of making matches ridiculously long. I mean, you can literally make a combo of sliders that can make the match literally an hour long, over an hour and 30 minutes long, if you can just get it right. If you can mess around with the kick out rate of the sliders, you can make the matches unbelievably long, unbelievably have a kick out fest. You can make a 10-star match, a 20-star match. That's not a real thing, but you can make the most unbelievable, longest drag out, kick out matches with 2K24, and you can customize it. Now, it's for a lot of us with 2K24. When I say this, it's kind of hard to find a sweet spot, because when we want to watch AI versus AI, sometimes we want a knockout, drag out match where everybody's kicking out, but at the same time, we don't want every match to be the guy is kicking out of everything. We want, it gets predictable. Like, okay, I'm gonna spectate this match in 2K24, but the way I got my sliders, I know that this guy is gonna be kicking out a whole bunch of times. So on the flip side, 2K19 with the AI versus AI matches, there was more unpredictable. You really didn't know what was going to happen. With the squash match sliders that 2K19 had, the match can go 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It was the matches with 2K19 was more unpredictable than 2K24, even though 2K24 have the custom sliders, have more custom sliders, have more customization. Like this match right here, you don't know really who's going to win. With superstars that's ratings are close together. AJ Styles and Bret Hart, their ratings are close together, so they're having a 5-star match in 2K19. In 2K19, if AJ Styles was to fight a low-rated wrestler, like a rated 70 wrestler or rated 80 wrestler, the squash match sliders turned up will allow AJ Styles to beat that wrestler very fast. So logically, it made sense with certain aspects of the game. It made logical, realistic sense for AJ Styles to beat this jobber wrestler in this game that's rated low very fast. With 2K24, and I don't know if it's because squash match slider is not in it. And what is squash match slider? A squash match is a like Goldberg beating up a nobody wrestler in 2 seconds and just beat him. The dude did no offense. That was in 2K19. Let's go back to 2K24. If AJ Styles was to fight that same low-rated wrestler in 2K24, they can still have a knockout, drag-out match. But that wouldn't be realistic. Why is this jobber beating AJ Styles? Now, AJ Styles may ultimately win the match in 2K24, but the storytelling of the AI in 2K24 doesn't make sense sometimes. I think, though, despite the advancements of 2K24 and all the customizations as far as the sliders, 2K19, for some weird reason, storytelling of each match, as far as the AI facing each other, is better. I think they need to bring the squash match, and I think they continue to need to work on that. And I think they need to go back and look at 2K19 and see what they did great. Because 2K19, in my opinion, is still, as far as the storytelling, is still more unpredictable about what the AI is going to do. It's more unpredictable. Like, I can set the sliders at a certain combination in 2K19, and each match will be unpredictable. But if I set a combination with 2K24, and this is just my opinion, if I set a certain combination with 2K24, the matches are kind of predictable a little bit. Like, okay, well, this guy is going to, like, the weak wrestler is still going to be kind of beating the stronger wrestler, and that shouldn't be really happening most of the time. But I don't know if it's that way, because it will be unfair for every. Sometimes there got to be upsets. I understand. Sometimes the weaker wrestler beats the stronger wrestler, but 5 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, the stronger wrestler is going to beat the weaker wrestler. This match is going on for a very long time for a 2K19 match, because these guys are close. but it's unpredictable. You don't know who's going to win. The storytelling, it makes sense.
The longer this fight goes on, the more wear and tear on each competitor. Who is going to have enough to pick up the win?
Nothing quite like the phenomenal forearm. We may be looking at our winner here, guys.
He's going for the pin. 1, 2, 3.
And AJ Styles is your winner.
And that's it. I was running my mouth this whole video, but you know, I'm just telling you my opinion. This is all my opinion. At the end of the day, I give 2K19, far as the storytelling, the unpredictability of the AI, I give the edge to still give it to 2K19. 2K19 is still the GOAT in those elements, but I give 2K24 the nod far as the length of the matches. I can make the matches longer like never before. I can customize the matches. I can kind of continue to play different outcomes by how crazy I make the sliders. So technically, again, I'll say this again and again, 2K24 AI is smarter. Technically. But visually, to me, 2K19, the stuff they do in the game makes more sense at times. Tell me what's your opinion. Now this is not talking about I'm not talking about the whole game, but tell me your opinion as far as the AI versus AI matches. Well, if you don't do AI versus AI, just tell me about the computer versus the person. Which game you think is more advanced? Now, with player versus AI in 2K24, I think it's more challenging, and that makes it better. With 2K24, you can make the computer super hard. You can make the computer pause. You can make the computer difficult, meaning you. Now I'm giving it. Now I'm giving it okay to 2K24 when it comes to this. 2K24. If this was you playing the game and this was the computer, and I go into advanced sliders and make the AI difficulty turn it all the way up, and I can make The Rock super hard to beat. Super, like I can barely beat him. So with player versus AI, it's way more of a challenge, and I think 2K has done a great job with that element, with the player versus AI, because with 2K19, after you play it for a while, play it for years, have been playing it, I can kind of beat, you can like I'm AJ Styles and you're Bret, and the computer is Bret Hart. After the years and years, I can kind of get used to the game, and I can't, the sliders are not giving me that much customization to make Bret Hart stronger or more difficult. So at a certain cap, I figure the game out and it's easy. With 2K24, I give them the nod with they made the possibility of making an opponent difficult, more challenging, and then again more fun than ever before. The guy keeps kicking out of my moves. But this video is AI versus AI, the computer versus the computer. So I give that to 2K19. The graphics, let's do a little comparing of the graphics. But 2K19 graphics still hold up. But obviously the more advanced game, the sweat here. We always be talking about sweat. Oh, there's more sweat. For years. Oh, look, the sweat, and the sweat been there the whole time. Well, anyway, tell me what's your favorite. Again, tell me what's your favorite. As far as the AI versus AI, do you like 2K19's AI better, or do you like 2K24's AI better? Even if you do player versus AI or AI versus AI, which one is better in your opinion of one game, of each game? 24, 19. 19 is a classic though. Okay, well 24 stand up for the test. It was 24 be the stand up for the test of time. And then again, I don't think 2K19 would have, well, I can't say that. I was about to say I don't think would 2K19 would have been as great as it was if 2K20 wasn't what it was. You see what I'm saying? Did we hold on to 2K19 because we didn't get a 2K? We didn't. A lot of us didn't care for 2K20. We didn't get a 2K21. It was years. It was a gap, a couple of years, until we got a new 2K game. So did 2K19 kind of hold us down and give us the illusion that it's the best because we had it the longer, or is it legitimately the best? One of the best. I think it's legitimately one of the best. Regardless, I think even. Well, anyway, that's it for this video. I'm Wacky Cat. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.